So, Chris, let's start off with the bad traffic problem or the goal of improving your traffic. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So inside of Google Ads, if you're not, and again, this is about focusing. So we're choosing what to focus on. If you're focused and not number one, number two, number three, just your focus. This style of management means you're focused on one thing. And so if your focus, Chris, is how to improve your traffic quality in Google Ads, where do you start?
Yeah. So traffic quality, just to define it very quickly, is essentially you are advertising A and you're getting traffic that's looking for B, C, all the way down to Z. It's not exactly what you're advertising. You're selling this and they're looking for this. It's slightly different. Some type of disconnect between what your message is and what you're selling and what people are actually looking for. Okay? So if you think that traffic quality is your problem, first thing, start with the highest spending keyword. Okay? That's where I always start. Do you agree with that?
I do, and I think it's totally an underappreciated way to think about Google Ads. Like the whole point of this episode is we're looking at a lot of things in Google Ads. There's a lot that can distract you and you don't know where to start.
Yep.
You have to start with stuff that makes a difference. And the stuff that makes a difference, whether it's campaign level ads, ad group, it's the stuff that's getting most of the spend. That's where you need to start kind of in general. So if you're trying to improve your traffic quality comes from keywords. Look at what keywords are getting the majority of your spend. Start there.
Okay. And say, okay, I'm looking at my keyword. That doesn't tell me anything. All I know is that I've got 400 clicks on this, and I just know that some metrics look bad. The next thing you do is you isolate the unqualified search terms from that keyword. And this is a little technical, but you click on that keyword and then look at the individual search terms from that specific keyword.
Okay. You check the box next to the keyword. As you check the box, a blue bar will show up above the list of keywords, and then you can click search terms on that blue bar, and it will filter your search terms to look at search terms just from that keyword.
Exactly.
And so what are you looking for once you get to that search terms page?
Yeah. Are you surprised by what you're paying for here? And you should keep in mind, this is literally what people typed into Google right before they clicked your ad. So there's no better way of seeing what was in the person's head, what was in their mind, what was their thought process right before they saw your ad, read it, and then clicked it. So if you see something that is unqualified, especially at the top of this search term list, you'd want to move to step 3, add negative keywords. Start blocking unqualified traffic. That's it.
Yeah.
You know as well as I do, this one little step, if you do this every day, you can't help but improve your campaign. It will happen. Period.
Yeah, there's advanced techniques that both Chris and I know, which we'll maybe talk about in the future, or are better fit for other episodes that can block things better, if you will. But I agree with you, Chris. You can't help but improve, whether it's improving by 10% or just 1% or way less on one individual negative keyword. It does improve things if those negative keywords are things you definitely want to be blocking. So add your negative keywords, and for maybe you started managing a campaign that's new to you, or you have a new campaign. Are you saying go in there every day and look at previous day's data until you get comfortable?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if
you have a problem, you don't like your traffic quality, so fix it.
I mean, if you're listening to this episode and you're stressed about stuff, yeah, you should do it every day. Look at yesterday's data. Keep doing that until you've basically eliminated the majority of the junk that's coming in.
Okay, so you're doing that, Chris, and let's say the junk keeps coming, and not like, the next day was bad, but let's say after 2 or 3 weeks, it's just not good stuff. Okay. I just want to point out that you don't want to mindlessly go to the search terms report every day. At some point, you have to consider what keywords are bringing in those search terms that you don't like.
Yeah,
and whether you add the keyword column on the search terms report or you go back to your list of keywords, look at those keywords. Well, try to get a feel for the intent behind those searches. Go to Google and do those keyword searches in Google and see what the organic listings are, and see if the intent of the users doing those searches is matching what you're wanting to show up on. And I have a PSA for everyone, Chris, a public service announcement. you're allowed to pause keywords that you added. You don't have to run them forever.
But
A lot
Jason,
of people, yeah,
there might be something good there.
there could be, but it's all a question of how much good you're getting versus how much bad. And we're in a new era of Google Ads in general, and we're in a new era of phrase match keywords. So one of the culprits I see often when I'm doing consulting is 2-word phrase match keywords. They're so open these days in terms of what searches you could show up on because of those 2 words and because it's phrase match, more importantly. And you're showing up not just on relevant searches like you used to, but, well, I guess now you're showing up on relevant searches, but it's no longer the exact, it doesn't have to be the exact phrase. It can be the machine's definition of relevance. And sometimes that's not what people want. And those 2-word phrase keywords can eat up a ton of budget. And so look at your keywords. They may not be correct. And Chris, another way to improve your traffic quality is to target better keywords, different match types, different kinds of keywords, different intents, going out there on Google, doing searches, seeing what the way people are searching for things, the keyword planner. You can change your keywords. So I wanted to throw that out there.
Okay. I want to keep it simple. Don't want to overwhelm people, but that was my thought is add negative keywords on a daily basis in very small increments to very specific things and do this every day.
There's definitely a reason why when we work with longtime advertisers and they call us to manage and improve their campaigns, one of the things they say and get nervous about is, hey, you're going to use my negative keyword list that I built up over years, right? I've got hundreds and thousands of words on there. I want you to use it. The reason why, Chris, is because, to your point, the more you build out negative keywords, the more you're able to use high volume 2-word phrase match keywords, broad keywords that bring in a lot of volume, but to bring in the kind of volume you want because you've done so much work with your negative keywords. So I think this is kind of a good equation here. The stronger your list of negative keywords, the more you're able to use open, higher volume keywords in Google Ads and benefit from them because you can filter for the kind of traffic you want.